Hey everybody, what's happening? What's happening? It is January 1st, 2018. I'm Robert Kennedy III, RK3. That's me, and I am here with my very first live of 2018. It's been an amazing year so far, right? We haven't done a whole lot yet, but the sun's shining. We've started out with some great weather. It's cold here in Maryland where I am, but we can see, we can walk, we can do all sorts of stuff. And so we got to be grateful for that. We got to be thankful for whatever it is that we can do. So here's it. I'm not going to stay on a long time, but one of the things that I committed to doing this year was doing a new challenge every month. And the first month of the year, January here, my challenge is that I'm going to be answering a question on this site called Quora every day, every weekday, not on the weekends. I'm going to skip the weekends, but Monday through Friday, I'm going to be answering a question on Quora, and then I'll share that answer via a blog post and a Facebook Live and YouTube as well. So if you're watching on Facebook now, awesome. If you're watching on YouTube, awesome too. All right, good. So let me pop the question in here really quickly. See a couple of you are on. If you're on, just say what's up. Hey, I see a couple of thumbs ups. Thank you for sharing that. So here's the question that somebody asked me earlier today. They said, I can't speak well in front of an audience. How do I solve that problem? What is it that I got to do to solve that problem? And that's the question that a lot of people have. I answer that question a lot. And if you've heard anything from people that speak about public speaking or being in front of audiences, you've heard this anecdote that says, if you're at a funeral, most people would rather be in the coffin than delivering the eulogy, right? And so this person is not sure. What's up, Pierre? Happy New Year, bro. This person is saying that how can they solve this problem? So I told the story in the response that I gave, and it was about my very first time speaking in public. I was standing and I was looking out at more than 1,000 pairs of eyes, right? Every eye was looking at me. I was up front, and we weren't even on an even playing field. I was up above them, looking down on them. And then there were some of them in a balcony. Yeah, I was in a church. My dad was a pastor, and my dad is a pastor still. And I was 8 years old, and they had this thing in my church called Children's Day. And during Children's Day, the children got to do everything. They got to speak, they got to sing, they got to do all of that. They collect the offering. Yeah, pass the offering plate. Right? And so I was selected to be one of the speakers that day. Now, all of these eyes are looking at me, and I don't know what they were thinking, but in my mind, I'm wondering, are they expecting me to fail? Are they expecting me to break down and cry? What are they expecting me to mess up? What are they expecting from me? Because they were just looking at me, and I don't know if they could see my knees shaking, but they probably couldn't because I was behind the pulpit. But my knees were shaking, my throat was dry, everything was happening to me at that point. I don't know what the audience was thinking. So I don't know how that turned out officially because I didn't really receive feedback, except when I got done, the adults in the audience said, oh my gosh, that was great. And of course, they're going to say that you're a kid, right? But then my friends, some of them said that was cool. Some of them made fun, but you could see in their eyes some admiration from them, right? They wish that they were able to do that. And that's just the thing. It's a risk to speak. It's a risk to pour your heart out or to be vulnerable or to place your talent or your skill or just do something in front of a bunch of people. So I want you to think about it like this. Public speaking is fear. There's a lot of fear involved in that. And I remember the very first time that I went to an amusement park. And there in the amusement park, I walked in and there was this huge coaster in front of me, huge roller coaster. And hey, Jill, what's up? Happy New Year. I'm looking for your songs this year. Let me know. I'll buy it. So there was this huge roller coaster, about 100 feet up in the air, and you see the coaster go up to the top, and then boom, it goes down, right? And it's just flying, and you're just, oh my gosh, What's going on? And can you do this? And you've got this anxiety and this fear that builds up inside you because it just looks like it's crazy. It's going so fast. Can you handle it? So your friends, of course, your friends are with you and they say, let's go on this coaster. And you're not wanting to look like a punk. So you say, yeah, let me go. We get on the line. So we get on the line, and as you're walking up to the front, all of the nerves are building up. All of the nerves are building up, and you're just feeling scared. That's fear about this entire thing. Okay. So now you get up to the front. And when you get up to the front, your friends say, you know what, let's go up to the front of the coaster. When you get to the front of the line, they're saying, let's ride in the front of the roller coaster. And you've not done this before. And now you're scared. And now they're telling you that they want you to go up to the front of the roller coaster. So you do. I did. This is what my first time doing this was. So the coaster goes up the hill and takes off, and it is freaking me out. It's scary, right? But then about 45 seconds later, it's done. It's over. And the coaster pulls back into the station, and you get off and you're shaking, your heart's beating, but you're done and you lived through it. And so my friends say to me, hey, let's do that again. Now, I've still got a little bit of fear inside of me. I've still got a little bit of anxiety, but I've done it once before. So now I know that it's possible to do that again. And I know what the result's going to be because I've lived through it the first time. So it's the same thing with speaking in public. You might say that you're terrible, or you might feel bad about it, and you might feel fearful about it. But if you do it and you live through it, then it's possible for you to do it again. And you've just got to make up your mind that you're going to do it again and again. And the only thing that you then need to add to that is making sure that you have some mechanism in place to help you get better, to help you get some feedback on it so that you can get better at this. I see Jill posting, yeah, live through it. That's right. That's right, Jill. All right. So one of the suggestions that I have for people, especially people that are fearful, is do something simple like visiting a Toastmasters group. Visiting and joining a Toastmasters group. If you go to toastmasters.org, you can search for a club that is in your area. Go visit them, see what it's like, and don't wait. Don't sit back and say, I'm just observing. Dive in. Dive in. You may not want to dive into the deep end of the pool with a prepared speech, but you can stand up and introduce yourself. You can get involved with the impromptu topics because everybody is there to learn. Everybody's there to grow. So do something that allows you to grow as well. So that's how you can start the process of getting or of being able to speak better in front of an audience. Now, some people wonder, like, do I ever get rid of the nerves or the fear? I don't know the answer to that. Some people might. I personally have not. I still feel anxieties. I still feel, energy. I still feel butterflies before I speak to an audience. But the difference is I have been on the journey already. I know what to expect. I've seen the outcomes. I've come out on the other side and I'm still alive, right? And so I know what to do with the energy. I know where to direct it at this point. So that is my answer. That is my thought. That's what I've got to share with you. If you're viewing this on YouTube, here's what I want you to do next. I want you to subscribe to the channel if you have... Let me get rid of this other thing, this question. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. But if you're on Facebook and you want to hear more about speaking, writing, getting your story out there, because my slogan is your story deserves a stage. If you want to hear a little bit more about that, I want you to join me right now, right here, boom, in the Speak Right Now community online, speakrightnow.com/community, or if you're on Facebook right now, you could just go to your search bar above and type in Speak Right Now Community. Join up. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's make sure that 2018 is your year to speak with authority, speak with confidence, speak with clarity, speak with credibility. I'm tripping over my own tongue right now, but that's it. I may just need to slow down a little bit. I know what to do. All right. So that's it. Let me see. That Pierre, Quinn, and Jill, you're hanging out. You're chatting. Awesome. Glenn, yes, the first experience prepares you for the next time. Bubble Guts. Pierre says he tells his students that nervousness is your body's way of giving you enough energy to do a good job. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jill, I see you're single. Yep. I'm purchasing it. Got it. Definitely. Sean Chev. Hey, man. How you doing? Happy New Year, brother. All right. That's it for me. My first live of the new year. And guess what, people? I'm aiming for 365 of these things. So I hope you'll subscribe and join me again next time. Have an awesome January 1st. I'll see you on January 2nd.